Today we are making a Dutch baby pancake for two. Now at our house we call this a puff-up pancake. I know some people call it a German pancake or a hootenanny pancake. Well, whatever you call it, I call it delicious, and it's perfect for breakfast, brunch, or dinner. Join me in the kitchen as we make small batch recipes with big taste. So like I said, we call it a puff-up pancake because it puffs up as it bakes. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you call this Dutch baby pancake at your house. Now, I've got two different versions of this pancake to share with you today, so make sure you watch all the way to the end to see what we like to add in to make it extra delicious. Okay, we're gonna make our Dutch baby pancake for two in a 9x5 loaf pan. Now, I've also made it in these little ramekins. You're gonna get a different texture to your Dutch baby when you use the ramekin because it's a lot thicker than it's gonna be in here. I prefer the loaf pan, but it makes a really pretty presentation when done in these little ramekins or souffle pans. So we got our butter. We've got a 1/4 cup of butter in our pan. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop this into our cold oven. We're going to turn our oven to 425 and let it preheat to 425. And this butter is going to melt as the oven preheats. And it's going to get nice and bubbly and melty. And then we can add our egg mixture in. All right, we're going to mix up our Dutch baby in our blender. Now, if you don't have a blender, you can do it in a bowl and do it a whisk. You may end up with a few little lumps, but that's totally okay. So we're going to take our egg. I always like to break it into my dish first because it's easier to fish out any shell that ends up in there. And so we're going to add our egg into our blender. We are going to use 1/2 cup of milk. I'm just using 2% milk. We're going to put in a pinch of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And then 1/2 cup of flour. Now, at our house, the person that usually makes the puff-up pancake is my husband. He doesn't do a lot of cooking, but when he does cook, it's usually this, and it's usually on a Sunday morning. And in fact, it's been really fun. My son, who now has his own children, has carried on the tradition, and he makes puff-up pancakes every Sunday morning. Okay, we're gonna just put this onto our blender, blend it up, and our butter should be melted in the oven. Okay, I read my recipe wrong, and we're going to add in 2 eggs. So we're going to put in that second egg in, and we'll just blend it up a little bit more, and we'll be ready to get it in the oven. So I've got my blended batter here. We're going to pour it right in on top of that butter, and we are going to put it back into our oven at 425 degrees for how long does it go in there for? Like I said, my husband makes this, not me. 20 to 25 minutes. Now, I'm going to show you the second version of our Dutch baby pancake that we like to make, especially when we're feeling a little fancy. The basics are the same. We've got our eggs. We've got our milk. We're going to add in a pinch of our salt, 1/2 teaspoon of our vanilla, and then we'll add in our flour, and we'll mix that all up. We are making this version a cinnamon apple version. So now I've already melted my butter, stuck the pan in the oven while it was preheating. My butter is nice and melted. And then I have taken a Granny Smith apple and I sliced it. Now I did this a little while ago. Trick for you, if you want to slice your apple ahead of time but don't want it to turn brown, all I did was put it in a bowl of water with some salt. And there's about a cup of water here and about maybe 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Will totally stop your apples from turning brown. You can take them out, dry them off, and store them in the refrigerator or wherever, and they won't turn brown. So I'm just gonna take my apple slices, I'm just kind of dabbing on a paper towel over here to dry off, and laying them in the bottom of my baking dish. And I like to use a nice tart green apple, but you could use a Honeycrisp, whatever your favorite apple is. And we're gonna lay those down, and I'm probably using, I don't know, 1/3 of an apple or so. All right, we got a layer there. And then we are going to take our batter and pour that in. And then we're going to, do we put the cinnamon sugar on it? 2 tablespoons of sugar and about 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. We're gonna mix that up. We're going to sprinkle almost all of it on the top. We're gonna save a little bit to add after we pull it out of the oven. And you can put in, I like a lot of cinnamon sugar, but you know, if it's too much for you, just put in whatever you're comfortable with. All right, because remember there is no sugar in the batter. So adding a little sugar with the cinnamon sugar is totally okay. Okay, back in the oven, 425 for 20 to 25 minutes. All right, we're gonna pull it out. You can see, look at that. And you can see how this one's kind of in process, the apple one. And isn't that so fun? All right, this was my kid's favorite part. After we pulled it in the oven, you can literally see it kind of start to deflate, and it forms a nice little, it can also be called a volcano pancake, because this little crater forms inside here. And we're gonna just take our knife, we're gonna cut it right in half, because we're sharing it, just the two of us. And then I'm going to show you the way we like to serve the plain puff-up pancake. Remember, there's no sugar in here, so we can add a little sugar. And I like to add a little powdered sugar or a lot of powdered sugar, depending on what you want. And then we top that with some fresh squeezed lemon juice over the top. It's kind of like if you've ever had a citron sucre crepe in France, that lemon sugar crepe. Very similar to that. This kind of has a thick crepe-like consistency. We're going to add a few little strawberries and grab us a fork, maybe a little dusting of powdered sugar on top, and it is ready. Breakfast, brunch, dinner, whenever you want, and whatever you want to call it. All right, our apple cinnamon Dutch baby is out of the oven. We're going to cut it in half. Now, remember, we reserved, are cooked just perfectly nice and tender. And we reserved some of that cinnamon sugar. We're going to just give it a nice little sprinkling on top. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. You can find the recipe for this Dutch baby for two down below, as well as a full-size version of the recipe if you're feeding more than 2 people. Enjoy.